In the vast, unforgiving expanse of the cultivation world, where fate twists like a blade in the dark and power is paid for in blood, the journey of Wang Lin continues to tread the edge between life and oblivion. In the previous chapter, forces unseen began to stir, and old grudges lingered like shadows beneath still waters. The path ahead grows ever more perilous, as schemes deepen and the weight of destiny presses heavily upon those who dare to defy the heavens. Now, as we step into recap, Renegade Immortal Chapter 507, Chapter 508, the winds of conflict gather once more. Hidden intentions begin to surface, and every choice may tip the balance between survival and destruction. What trials await in the next turn of this immortal's path? And who will stand when the dust of battle finally settles? Let the legend continue. High above the sprawling lands of Lingyu, 10,000 feet into the storm-tossed sky, Wang Lin hovered like a shadow poised between worlds. His eyes blazed with an inner fire, twin torches that pierced the darkness. Slowly, he lifted his right hand, and in response, the black fog that had long haunted the skies began to surge toward him. It moved as though drawn by an invisible force, flowing inward from the outer edges like obedient water seeking a center. The heavens trembled. Clouds churned violently, their colors twisting unnaturally. Thunder cracked with deafening authority, reverberating across the expanse of Lingyu. In mere heartbeats, the scattered fog from 5,000 kilometers converged in Wang Lin's grasp, condensing into a ball no larger than an infant's head. Lightning danced across its surface, and within, flashes of ancient restrictions flickered like imprisoned stars. He clenched his hand, and the brilliant flashes shattered, collapsing into countless strands of black gas. They spiraled around him, dancing and weaving, until at last they intertwined into a singular form, a flag of gold and purple that fluttered fiercely without a breeze, its movements sharp as the clash of swords. For a span of 5,000 kilometers, the air lay silent, yet distant echoes of the void rumbled still, and shadows flickered like phantom predators. Wang Lin's voice cut through the void. Primary souls, return. Obediently, the primordial fragments surged back, embedding themselves into the heart of his origin soul, merging seamlessly with the soul flag. His mind flickered with calculation. While I cultivate the celestial slaughter art, why not refine the soul flag as well? It will strengthen my survival on Tianyun. His eyes narrowed, considering the Eastern Demon Sea. The deadline loomed, a month and a half before his master's summons. Doubt briefly passed, then vanished, as his divine sense spread across Lingyu and his form dissolved into smoke, leaving the world below untouched. Far away, atop the peaks of Five Spirit Mountain, the #1 cultivator of Lingyu, Old Man Tiantai, a figure on the cusp of the ascendant stage, sat absorbing the lunar energy. His eyes opened, calm and deliberate, reflecting the depth of one who had spent centuries seeking the Tao. Old Man Tiantai greets Lord Messenger, he intoned, his voice steady. Unshaken by the vastness around him, a streak of purple light cut through the void, and Wang Lin materialized, hands clasped in respect. Forgive the intrusion, he murmured. Tiantai inclined his head slowly, a deep exhalation escaping him. The fault was mine. If not for my transgression, entering that forbidden area and startling the unyielding beast, perhaps your path would have been smoother. Wang Lin's gaze was unwavering, calm yet calculating. This old man had stepped into the Tao-seeking stage on the path to ascendance, a dangerous juncture where life could slip away as easily as dawn fades to dusk. Tiantai's voice rumbled low, a gravely sound resonating through the air. Since you do not come concerning my trespass, then what brings Lord Messenger to an old man teetering on the edge of the grave? Wang Lin's eyes swept the distance, deliberate and sharp. Does this planet harbor any demonic beast gathering grounds? The question brought a flicker of gravity to Tiantai's gaze. After a moment's contemplation, he summoned a jade tablet, its surface inscribed with the locations of 3 demonic beast grounds. These are recorded here, Lord Messenger. With a nod, Wang Lin absorbed the jade with his divine sense. A moment later, he vanished like smoke in the wind, leaving only a whisper of foreboding in his wake. Tiantai's eyes narrowed as he murmured, "The child is brimming with killing intent. This journey is one of blood. May none dare obstruct him." On the northern reaches of Tianyun, mountains rose like jagged teeth, spanning millions of kilometers. This was a hallowed gathering ground for demonic beasts, where even the fiercest, desolate monsters rivaled ascendant cultivators in might. Here, disciples tested their mettle, though the innermost 300,000 kilometers remained forbidden, shrouded in warnings. Wang Lin stored the jade, his focus sharpening. A wave of his hand summoned a silver light before him, and he stepped into it, each footfall ascending as if climbing ethereal stairs. 1 step, 2, 10. 10 steps, the limit of his teleportation power at this moment. Suddenly, his body flickered violently, a storm of silver radiance coalescing around him. With a roar like heaven breaking, he vanished, leaving only the silver radiance to ripple across the northern sky. In time, the brilliance settled, and from its heart emerged Wang Lin, pale and breathing heavily, bolstered only by a medicinal pill to steady his body. He did not linger. Transforming into a streak of silver light, he charged toward the mountain ranges ahead. The ground glimmered with a ghostly blue haze, a powerful enchantment emanating from a monumental stone tablet planted deep in the earth. Etched upon it were 4 crimson characters, dripping with lethal energy. Earth Northern Demonic Lands. The sheer aura forced the wind to whistle ceaselessly. Beneath this foreboding monument, Wang Lin lingered, studying the mist-shrouded mountains that stretched endlessly. Leaves littered the ground, decay scented the air, and silence reigned. Even under the noonday sun, an icy chill emanated from the soil, brushing his skin with the cold fingers of death. Resolved, he advanced into the mountains. The celestial slaughter art must be mastered through slaughter itself. This ground shall be my crucible. Yet, as he stepped forward, colored arcs of sword energy appeared on the horizon. Each radiated strength, and it was evident that these were not ordinary cultivators. A voice called out, tinged with recognition, "Senior apprentice brother, we are here." Unfazed, Wang Lin pressed deeper into the mist, vanishing from sight. Moments later, 5 figures materialized before the tablet. 3 men, 2 women, each emanating commanding presences. Their attire marked differing sex, their beauty and power undeniable. One of the women, in a red dress, with a beauty mark above her mouth, spoke softly, "Senior apprentice brother, I think I just saw someone enter this area." Despite her youthful appearance, her cultivation was late core formation. Among the men, a middle-aged figure in green and white robes, carrying a simple sword, smiled faintly. "This place is not forbidden. Many from various sects train here. Once Uncle Master arrives, we will enter together. Others will make way." Another young man in blue robes added confidently, "Brother Guo of the Da Lu sword sect, one of Tianyun's top 2, need not fear weaker sects." His tone suggested knowledge beyond his years. The remaining pair remained silent. The woman in white, her hair tied with a soft blue ribbon, bore a striking beauty marred only by visible disdain, especially toward the man named Guo. Her eyes burned with unspoken hatred, sharp as a blade. Guo's expression softened as he addressed her. "Lady Qianqin, do not fret. I shall leave a brilliant golden fruit for you, enough for your sect." Qianqin's voice chilled the air. "Even the prestige of the Dalu sword sect cannot excuse such methods. I was blind to trust you." Guo's reply was steady, resolute. "Fortune favors those who seek. The brilliant golden fruit serves my uncle master's cause. Since you asked, I must honor it." Deep within the northern mountains, unseen, Wang Lin's presence moved like lightning. His eyes glinted with steel. "Dalu sword sect intriguing. Perhaps here I shall find traces of Senior Zhou Yi. That brilliant golden fruit, I must see what it conceals." The air trembled as if the heavens themselves had parted. 3 rays of light tore across the horizon, cutting through the dull morning haze. Each beam was accompanied by a succession of explosive booms, shaking the mountains and rattling the stones beneath the watchers. Like celestial arrows released from the vault of the sky, they fell with a weight that could crush 10,000 mortal soldiers beneath their might. When the light struck the ground beside the 7 figures huddled beneath the ancient stone tablet, a windstorm erupted. Trees bent, dust swirled, and even the strongest among them, save for Guo, was blown back several feet. Faces drained of color, hearts quivering with awe and dread, they struggled to remain standing as the echoes of power faded into the mountains. Then the dust settled. There they stood. 3 ancient figures, their hair the color of winter frost, robes as black as midnight, and from beneath each robe radiated a sword energy that twisted the air like rippling steel. On their backs, treasured swords hummed with power, exuding a pressure that pressed against the soul itself. Among them, only one had reached the late stage of soul formation. The other two lingered in the early stage of soul transformation, yet their presence was nothing short of overwhelming. Guo Xingyi's heart quaked. He bowed so low that the earth seemed to support his reverence. Sixth-generation disciple Guo Xingyi greets Uncle Master, he intoned, voice steady despite the thunder of his racing heartbeat. His eyes were locked on the lone soul formation elder, every fiber of his being radiating respect. A faint smile touched the elder's lips, his eyes glimmering with years of wisdom and power. Guo Xingyi, come and greet the two sword pavilion elders. His hand gestured gracefully, a subtle command wrapped in kindness. Obediently, Guo knelt again, deeper this time, his words flowing with unfeigned devotion. Disciple greets elders? The two soul transformation elders observed silently. One, diminutive yet sharp-eyed, contrasted sharply with his towering companion, whose presence seemed to stretch the very space around him. Speak, the tall one demanded, voice like tempered steel. Was the brilliant golden fruit discovered by you? Guo rose, pointing to Xianxia, a cold flame in her gaze, unbroken by fear. This woman is a close friend of mine, he said. Her sect located the brilliant golden fruits, yet they were guarded by formidable demonic beasts. With her sect's strength alone, they could not claim them. I merely passed by and aided them. The elders exchanged a glance, lightning-like in its swiftness. The short one's voice cut through the air. Little girl, how many fruits did you see? Qianxin's lips parted reluctantly under his piercing gaze. About 100, she whispered, her words carrying the weight of truth and defiance alike. 100! The elder's eyes blazed. To face demons guarding such a treasure, your sect is no trifling force. A ripple of indignation came from a white-robed companion beside her. Our sect sacrificed elders and countless effort to claim the fruits. And your Dalu sword sect. Qianxin's cry silenced him. Enough! Her voice was sharp, unyielding. Anger and frustration coiled in her chest as she forced him into silence, jaw clenched, eyes narrowing into slits. Guo's voice broke the tension, quiet but respectful. Lord Elder, Qianxin is my friend. Once the brilliant golden fruits are obtained, might one be granted to her? The tall elder's laugh rolled through the air like distant thunder. If they can be found, she shall have one. Lead the way. A bitter sigh escaped Qianxin. Her gaze lingered on Guo, a mixture of resentment and helplessness. Her sect could not resist the might of the Dalu sword sect. The two elders alone radiated an aura far beyond even her head elder's reach. Her sect, flickering like a firefly against their storm, could not hope to defy them. Reluctantly, she followed, stepping into the veiled mists of the Earth-Northern demonic lands, a grim shadow trailing her resolve. The white-robed man of her sect moved behind her, gloom etched into every line of his face, and then they vanished into the mist, swallowed by the mountain's silent embrace. Meanwhile, Wang Lin glided through the same treacherous lands, hands clasped behind his back, feet barely grazing the air. His mind was absorbed in the celestial slaughter art, deciphering the flow of life force and how to convert it into the sacred life force seal. Silence blanketed the mountain range. No living creature dared disturb the quiet. Suddenly, a ghostly shimmer danced before him. A shadow lunged, swifter than the eye could track, a black fog trailing its form. The stench of blood hit Wang Lin, but his body did not flinch. With calm precision, his fingers shot forth, piercing the shadow. A tendril of gray gas emerged, fragile yet potent. The black fog hissed, convulsed, and then revealed itself. A fist-sized beast, limbless, mouth agape, radiating a pungent power. Wang Lin's fingers moved with intent, shredding the creature until it crumbled into swirling gray tendrils, circling his fingers like captured starlight. The celestial slaughter art, he mused, harvests life force from slaughter. Yet, is this truly life force in my grasp? He studied the swirling essence, pondering its secret. Time stretched as he moved, swift and deliberate, never venturing too deep. His divine sense stretched, locking upon the movements of the Dalu sword sect. Every step, every breath, nothing escaped his perception. He sought the brilliant golden fruit and the perfect chance to refine his art, testing even the soul transformation elders themselves. Gray strands of energy thickened around his fingers, coiling like living threads. Demonic beasts prowled, yet none could challenge him. Even the bull, a soul formation creature, fell to his subtle touch, its life force siphoned into the growing reservoir around his finger. And then came a streak of black lightning. A monstrous mosquito, fierce and unnatural, descended, piercing the bull's head and consuming its essence and marrow, leaving only bones behind. White light flashed with each devoured core, a testament to the beast's alien hunger. This mosquito, born of the stars, thrived on consumption, devouring pills, treasures, and cores alike, growing in might. Though still at nascent soul, even formidable beasts quivered before its voracity. Wang Lin floated above, guiding it silently through the mist, deep into the mountains where destiny awaited. A subtle flicker of recognition passed through the mosquito. Wang Lin smiled faintly, whispering, "Have they found the brilliant golden fruit?" With a mere thought, the creature obeyed, drifting like a shadow of death, eyes burning with spectral fire. In those glowing orbs, Wang Lin glimpsed visions of a distant world, planet-wide swarms of mosquito beasts, their ghostly flames illuminating endless skies, a harbinger of the terror to come. And so the dance of fate and cultivation continued, in the quiet mountains and the shadows of legend, where the brilliance of fruits, the clash of power, and the hunger of stars intertwined.